Hi. So, 17.
Yeah, you know.
Do you wish that your number was higher or lower?
Yeah, I've had sex with this many people, but I did not like it ever. I was just trying to prove that men would want to fuck me, and they did, but then I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
it wasn't
even-
really for you then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have sex for the next 5 years.
5 years.
Are you really about to hold on to that?
I feel like it'll be such an accomplishment.
I've tried to say that stuff so many times, girl. It does not work. Oh, wait, let me stop, though. I have faith that it will succeed.
Thank you.
The prevalence of promiscuity among women is currently at an all-time high, with a staggering 17% of them having had 10 or more sexual partners. Did you see the clip at the beginning of this video? That is exactly where we are. Women are finding pride in sleeping with as many men as they can. We have normalized promiscuity to a point where intercourse has no value anymore. The number of promiscuous women has doubled in less than a decade. Additionally, the percentage of women in the same age group who have engaged in sexual activities with strangers, such as meeting someone at a bar, club, or dating app, has risen from 20% in 1988 to an alarming 60% last year. This video will focus on discussing the potential consequences society may face if these trends continue. To give you a preview, it is important to note that the future looks bleak if these patterns persist, particularly for the next generation of children, men, and surprisingly, women. The first consequence is the next generation of children will face significant challenges due to the rise in promiscuity. Multiple studies consistently demonstrate that children raised in single-parent households experience greater difficulties across various measures compared to those raised in households with both parents. They tend to perform poorly academically, participate less in sports and extracurricular activities, have a higher likelihood of dropping out of school, lower chances of attending college, face lower employment rates, secure lower-paying jobs, suffer from poorer health, and increased health issues, exhibit higher rates of criminal behavior leading to incarceration, and have a greater probability of divorcing when they get married themselves. These adverse outcomes are closely associated with children being raised by single parents. So how does promiscuity contribute to this situation? Firstly, promiscuity, particularly among women, leads to a rise in unplanned pregnancies. When a woman decides to keep the baby without the support of a partner, she is left to raise the child on her own, becoming a single parent. Secondly, women with a history of promiscuity are significantly more likely to divorce their husbands, with the likelihood increasing sixfold for those who have had 10 or more previous partners before marriage. In cases where children are already born within these couples that eventually end in divorce, it means the mother will now be solely responsible for raising them. The second consequence is that the impact of female promiscuity extends to men as well. It is essential to note that this point holds some nuance. While the top 10% of men may benefit from promiscuous women, the situation is quite different for the remaining 90%. Let's explore this further. The top 10% of men benefit from female promiscuity because, from an evolutionary perspective, it aligns with their strategy of attracting and mating with multiple partners. Their goal is to spread their genetic material as widely as possible. Therefore, promiscuous women provide them with opportunities to fulfill their evolutionary instincts. However, for the remaining 90% of men, the consequences are less favorable. These men find themselves in a disadvantaged position. While promiscuity may appear to offer them more opportunities for sexual encounters, it often leads to negative outcomes. This is because promiscuous behavior can create unrealistic expectations and competition among men, making it difficult for the majority to establish stable and meaningful relationships. Moreover, when women engage in promiscuity, it can result in increased chances of divorce. This can leave men facing emotional distress, financial burdens, and potential alienation from their children's lives. In cases where divorce occurs early in the child's life, the impact on the father-child relationship can be similar to not having a father figure at all. The absence of a stable father figure deprives boys of a role model to learn masculinity from, and can have lasting effects on their development. Ultimately, The consequences of female promiscuity on men depend on their position within the social hierarchy. While a minority of men may benefit, the majority find themselves in more challenging circumstances, facing increased competition, relationship instability, and potential emotional and financial repercussions. The third consequence, though it may sound dramatic, is not a fantasy but a potential reality: population collapse. Birth rates in almost every Western country have remained below the replacement level of 2 children per couple for the past 5 decades. For instance, the United States has a birth rate of 1.7, the United Kingdom 1.6, Canada 1.5, Italy 1.2, Germany 1.5, and Australia 1.6. To sustain a population, the birth rate must at least reach the replacement level of 2 children per couple. This is because it takes 2 individuals, a man and a woman, to produce a child. A birth rate of 2 ensures a balance, neither increasing nor decreasing the population size. However, for a population to grow, the birth rate ideally needs to be around 2.5 or 3 children per couple. Interestingly, this aligns with the number of children women often express a desire to have. So, why is there a significant disparity between the number of children women say they want and the actual number of children being born? Promiscuity. As promiscuity increases among women, the likelihood of unplanned pregnancies also rises. With more casual sexual encounters and a potential lack of contraceptive measures, women may find themselves facing unintended pregnancies. The consequences of these pregnancies can vary, but it is not uncommon for women to choose not to proceed with motherhood or to opt for fewer children than they initially desired. This situation leads to a population imbalance, with birth rates falling below the replacement level necessary for population stability and growth. The fourth and final consequence of female promiscuity is its negative effect on women themselves. It is ironic that women's self-inflicted actions can have adverse consequences for their own well-being. One significant factor is that women with a promiscuous past tend to experience lower levels of marital happiness. Engaging in numerous casual sexual encounters before marriage can create a mindset that prioritizes novelty and excitement over stability and commitment. As a result, when these women enter into a long-term relationship or marriage, they may struggle to find the same level of fulfillment and satisfaction. The desire for new experiences and the perception of missed opportunities can lead to dissatisfaction within their committed relationships. Furthermore, women who have engaged in promiscuous behavior may find it challenging to establish trust and maintain long-term relationships. A history of multiple partners can create doubts and insecurities within their current relationships, both for themselves and their partners. Additionally, the consequences of promiscuity on women can extend to their future fertility and reproductive capabilities. As women age, their fertility declines, with a significant decrease after the age of 35 and near impossibility of conception by the age of 40. Engaging in promiscuous behavior during their prime reproductive years may delay or hinder their ability to start a family. This can lead to regrets and feelings of missed opportunities when they desire to have children later in life, but face biological limitations. Engaging in casual sexual encounters and having a promiscuous past can lead to several detrimental outcomes for women, affecting their happiness, relationships, and overall well-being. One primary factor is the potential dissatisfaction and boredom that women may experience within their marriages if they do not end up divorcing their husbands. Comparisons to previous sexual partners can lead to a mindset where they constantly perceive the grass is always greener in terms of sexual experiences. This comparison mindset can stem from the hookup culture, where women may rate and rank their previous partners, fostering the belief that there might be someone better out there. It is disheartening to realize that women who engage in this comparison struggle to perceive their husbands as the best sexual partner they have ever had. In fact, studies indicate that less than half of women report their best intimacy being with their husbands, which raises concerns about the long-term satisfaction within their marriages. Moreover, engaging in casual hookups can leave women feeling trapped, bored, and dissatisfied within their marriages. This may be attributed to the development of a comparison mindset, where they constantly evaluate their partners based on previous experiences. Women who have had multiple sexual partners are more likely to have a broader range of experiences to compare their current partners to, making it challenging for their husbands to meet their expectations fully. Research also shows that women tend to have more negative concerns and experiences after engaging in casual hookups compared to men. Factors such as regret, dissatisfaction, and concerns about personal safety are more prevalent among women. This highlights the significant disparity in how casual intimacy affects men and women. While men may view casual hookups as less consequential, women often have more to evaluate and consider before engaging in such encounters, leading to potential negative outcomes. In conclusion, the consequences of female promiscuity extend to women themselves, affecting their happiness, relationship satisfaction, and overall well-being. The comparison mindset, dissatisfaction within marriages, and negative concerns after casual hookups highlight the need for individuals to consider the long-term effects of their choices and prioritize meaningful connections and emotional fulfillment over fleeting experiences.